Welcome back to Sweetwater Distilling. This will be part 2 of my construction of a water chiller for my still. And last night I was able to continue on with my manufacture. I've dismantled the old cooling system for the time being. A whole heap of parts and bits and pieces. Here's a lid for the cooler. I'm going to put this vent in the top. That'll be able to vent out the cold air from the portable AC unit down here. Now I will be building a bench here later on today and bringing this up just a little bit, probably level with my little chest freezer here. Yeah, bits and pieces lying around, because it's one of those projects that you just start. There's no plan of attack. I just look at it and go, that might fit, and then again it might not. So anyway, I've got the pipe. This will go from the it sits over the vents on the front of the AC. Box in over the top of that. Now I did have an old like a meat tray from the supermarket. Cut the bottom out of it and just taped it on. I had it sitting across the front like that, with the pipe just coming out of it. It did the job. It got my cooling system working. It wasn't 100%. My water temp eventually did go up to 40 Celsius, and that's not good for submersible pumps to have the water moving around between the buckets and what have you. It does say on the pumps that it's safe up to 35 degrees Celsius. Yeah. So I really need to bring it down, but before I had the AC on there, I had to sit here for hours and just keep on draining the water out of the spigot into buckets and adding cold water. I did have 2 or 3 litre jugs of water chilling in the chest freezer amongst all the veggies and ice creams. Anyway, this system so far, I've put a water entry, and it's going to recycle. Water is going to go from, well, basically from here back to this bucket. From that bucket, it's going to go in through here. It's going to go down through. Now, I'm not too sure. Actually, what I might do, just bear with me for a second, and I'll just grab my trusty flashlight. Okay, it works. Just, and in the port down here, I've added a coil. If we can get in a little bit closer. I've added a coil down there, and that came out of the so-called condenser that came with the Vivor Chinese still, along with the bumper. The bumper I don't use, but I've managed to salvage some usable stuff out of that so-called chiller. Now the AC will go down there. It'll help chill that water, get that water going through that pipe reasonably chilled, and of course that water is going to flow down into this big container. Now this container is quite deep. I would say it's probably about, I don't know, 900 mil, or maybe a yard in old money deep, just under a metre. So I think that it's going to work. Now I've added a spigot to it, and that's basically, that spigot down there will just be a drainage one, just to flush it out from time to time, because the last thing I want to do is have water sitting around for a long time. So I'll you know, try and save some water, and then just recycle it every, I don't know, a couple of weeks or something like that. But it will be sealed off, as I suggested that I would be putting this lid on the top of it, putting a grill over the top. That's for the AC air to come back out. But I will put some fly screen over the top. Where we are, southeast Queensland, mosquitoes, like you wouldn't believe, mosquitoes and flies. We're famous for flies, but a lot of mosquitoes around here, and the last thing I want is any sort of pollutant running around. I know it's not in the product itself, but these little pumps, I mean, these little things, you know, cheap as chips. So the last thing you want is them to get gummed up with stuff. I mean, you know, dismantling the still yesterday, I broke the top off it, the outlet. Harold got that back on again. But yeah, basically everything here, besides a couple of parts that I've salvaged from the old still, or the old still parts, has basically been free. You know, the pieces of pipe that I've picked up over the years from construction sites. As I mentioned in the last video, I did a lot of work on industrial sites, you know, for like trucking companies and bank buildings and all sorts of commercial buildings and retail buildings. And the builders, they don't give two hoots. If they cut it off, they're just going to chuck it on the pile. It doesn't get recycled for the next job, because basically, you know, the owner is paying for it, and the builders don't give two hoots. But I'm quite happy about it. Like most of my workshop has been built from, you know, just leftover junk. It might look a little bit junky, but it's my place. So anyway, I'm going to continue on today. Get the system working, and yeah, I'll come back a little later on and see where we're up to. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, that was my first video on Sweetwater Distilling yesterday, and today will be the second, and I presume there's going to be a third, because I'm not giving up on this project, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, have a great day. Stay safe.